Hi, welcome to the online classes for CRS316 Hebrew syntax. My name is Ozoma Amos Dike, and in this video, I am going to take you around the use of the noun in Hebrew language. Join me to the class. The topic once again is nouns in Hebrew language, and the facilitator is Ozoma Amos Dike. In the previous unit, we studied the different types of preposition in Hebrew language. We discussed the separable and the inseparable prepositions and the rules that apply in the use of especially the inseparable preposition. In this unit, our concentration is going to be on the use of the noun in Hebrew language. And at the end of this lesson, you will be able to show how case function is determined in Hebrew language, identify the marking of a direct object in Hebrew language, and explain the use of the construct relation, discuss how plural forms are written in Hebrew language, and discuss the formation of the genders in Hebrew language. Now, beginning with the noun. Nouns in Hebrew have the following properties. It has the property of gender, of number, of persons, and of the cases. Let's begin with cases. Hebrew or cases in Hebrew language includes the nominative case, genitive, ablative, dative, locative, instrumental, and the accusative cases. But we are going to concentrate on three. That is the nominative, the genitive, and the accusative case or cases in Hebrew language for this lesson, for this class today. Let's begin with the nominative case. The nominative case now performs the function of the subject of the sentence and comes after the finite verb. So in Hebrew language, the nominative case does not have identical case endings as we have in Greek language. But in Hebrew, there are no pattern of ending for the nominative case. But it is identified by its function, and its function is the function of the subject, as we have in Mashal Hamalek. Mashal Hamalek, the king ruled. So the Hamalek is doing the work of the subject in this sentence. Then we move to the genitive case. The genitive case indicates the possessive noun. It is the case of possession. This is done in Hebrew by a special construct called the construct relations. And what do we mean by this? When two nouns are placed together without any punctuation mark or any other word coming in between them, they are said to be in construct relations. The first, that's the substantive, is in the construct state and it does not take the definite article, even if the other noun does. Even if the other noun is having a definite article, the first one, the first noun, does not take the definite article, and it is assumed it is there, especially for the English translator. For instance, Sus ha-ish, Sus ha-ish, which will be translated the horse of the man, the horse of the man. You will observe that the two words are placed together and there is no word, no punctuation, there is no word coming in between them. And the first noun, which is in the construct state, does not have the definite article, even though her ish or ish has, and can be translated or is translated the horse of a man. And as you know, it is showing possession, is in the genitive case. Okay, now let's look at the accusative case. The accusative case designates the direct object or the noun that is receiving the action of the subject. In Hebrew also, there is no special ending for it, but it is marked. How do we know it? It is marked under normal conditions. It follows the subject of the sentence, and there is a particular a sign in Hebrew that is used to mark the direct object, especially when the definite article is used. Let us look at it. It is pronounced as et in Hebrew language. That's the aleph, sere, and tau is pronounced as tet. Anywhere you see it, the next word that is following it, it tells you that the next word that is following it is the direct object of the sentence, and it's very important, especially when the definite article is used. Now let us look at this sentence together. We have already seen Mashal Hamelech. The same Mashal Hamelech, with the introduction of the et, Mashal et Hamelech, will mean different things or will be translated differently. Mashal Hamelech is the king ruled, but Mashal et Hamelech, it means he ruled the king. He ruled the king. You have seen the variation in the translation. What has introduced the second meaning is the earth. So in the first sentence, the king is the subject, while in the second sentence, the king is the object. He is the one receiving the action of the subject. That is how the accusative case function, especially with the marking of the direct object. Let's look at numbers. In Hebrew language, there are only two gender formations. We have the masculine and we have the feminine. Unlike the Greek, where we have also the neuter. So there are three gender formations in Greek. So when you think of Hebrew, think of only two, and that is the masculine and the feminine. And for numbers, there are three numbers, namely the singular, the plural, and the dual. The singular, the plural, and the dual. The dual has to do with those parts of the body or those things that naturally come in pairs. Those things that naturally come in pairs, like a pair of shoes, like the hands, the eyes, the ear. These come as pairs and they are treated as dual numbers in Hebrew language. Now, let us now go to formation. That is the formation of the feminine, whether masculine or singular, plural, or feminine, plural. Let's come to the feminine singular. Every Hebrew noun or every Hebrew word, apart from those that are uniquely feminine, uniquely feminine, like names, feminine names, but Hebrew words are presented as masculine. This is explainable. We all know that the Jewish community is a patriarchal community, and so every word naturally comes with the jacket of the masculine, and the feminine is a derivative of the masculine. How is it derived? It is derived with the addition of, that is the suffix. It's not prefix but suffix, addition of kamat he. So anywhere you see a word ending with kamat he, the primary suggestion, I say the primary because there may be exceptions to this rule, the primary suggestion would be that that word is a feminine singular word. And the plural is formed by the addition of him. He recurred mem to a word or to that masculine word to make it plural. So anywhere you see a word ending with him, the primary suggestion will be that that word is a masculine plural word. And then we have the oath. Oath is a replacement of kamat hair for the feminine to make it feminine plural. So that is that about the ending. That is about formation of the masculine, either singular or plural, or feminine singular or plural. This is illustrated in this table. Let's move to the irregular. Irregular, under the regular, there are nouns that are masculine plural but present themselves with the jacket of the feminine plural. The first example is our vote. Our vote. You are seeing oath. It should have been avim, but there is no word, Hebrew word like that. We have our vote. Please just note it and use it accordingly. We have mikomot, that is places, instead of mikomim. This is how the Hebrew word has presented itself. Look at it and use it accordingly. And then we have kolot. Instead of kolim, it is kolot. There is kolot and there is no kolim in Hebrew language. Note it and use it accordingly. And then we have shemot. And there are feminine nouns that equally present themselves as masculine plural nouns. This includes yonim. Yonim is those. Instead of your note, it is yonim. And we have milim. Please note these words and use them accordingly. Look at this class activity and make attempts on them. Today, what we have done, we have looked at the basic cases, the nominative, the genitive, and the accusative cases. We have also looked at the number and the gender, Hebrew number and gender, and the pointer of the direct object in Hebrew language. What is remaining is for you to go over these lessons over and over again and get yourself familiarized with. Thanks and goodbye for